What's up guys, Mastic over here. Today we're changing the transmission on this 2011 CTS-V. I found that there are absolutely no videos about this car online or how to change the transmission. So today I'm gonna show it to you. So first off, what you want to do, lift up the car all around. I didn't show that process because it's a tedious process. Put it on ramps, jack stands. I have a 6-ton jack over there. So just lift it up, get all the electric tools that you need. This is gonna be a little bit of a long job, but first off, what we want to do, drain this transmission as much as you can. I don't see any drain plugs over here, which is kind of sad, but this is probably the fill plug or the drain plug at the same time. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and drain it from here as much as I can, and then go ahead and continue with the process. Next step, after draining the transmission fluid, this is a 14mm bolt, forgot to mention that. Obviously disconnect the battery, and you want to go ahead and disconnect this. Like, I forgot to show it on the video, but it basically twist is on. There's a lock. Literally just pull this like here and use this to rotate counterclockwise, and it should come off. And obviously remove this clip from where it goes. So second thing you want to do is drop the exhaust. Those are 16mm bolts right here. Sorry, I couldn't show the process because I'm under the car. I can't really use my head mount under the car. It looks gonna look weird, but so going all the way down, this is the exhaust. I chose to unbolt those from here, which doesn't really do any damage obviously, but you can go ahead and disconnect them from inside the trunk. I just didn't want to do that. So there are mounting brackets right here, the rubber right there. They're pretty simple to remove, and right there as well, I just sprayed some silicone. I dropped them. You don't really need to watch how to do it if you're pretty much mechanically inclined. So what I want to do next is go ahead and remove the starter, which is located around here. So I already removed these bolts, and they're 13mm bolts, both of them. So I disconnected the battery. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is try to take, it's still hot. This dude was driving recently. Boom. Alright, so it came off. What I want to do is try to disconnect all of the connections from the back. So that's exactly what I'm going to do in the next step. And now regarding the torque converter bolts, there are 6 converter bolts that I just removed. You can access them from the starter hole right here. And what you want to use is a 15mm long flex head ratcheting wrench. Just break them from here. Make sure you're holding the crank pulley. It's a 24mm, like so, 24. Just hold it from here while you're breaking those. Just be careful, you're gonna need to do a lot of working because there are thread locker on those. So what I was doing is that I was removing them with the wrench just to break them off, and I was completely just removing them with this ratchet. It makes my job way easier. So I'm gonna go ahead and come back on the next. Successfully removed the starter bolts. What you want to do after is you want to remove that catalytic converter right there, just on this side. You don't have to remove it on this side. And the reason why is because you want to access the 15mm bolt, or the studs actually, all the way up there. You'll see it when you're doing the job. Make sure you disconnect the O2 sensors, obviously. So after you do that, just ignore the lower transmission for now. I just wanted to get it done and out of the way. So then what you want to do is you want to remove this connection right here, which is the transmission lines. And there's a 13mm bolt right here that's very simple to remove, so you're good on that. So all of the bell housing bolts are 15mm, and I think there's either 7 or 8. Let me actually count them for you. So right here I have 2 studs, and I'm about to take out the third. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 8. So the way that you're gonna get to the top one is that you're gonna have to remove the mount with these 4 15mm bolts, and there's gonna be another 2 15mm that we're gonna come out, and this is the bracket right here. So after that, you want to go ahead and drop the drive shaft. This drive shaft is held on by 8mm hex bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them on this side and 6 of them on the other side. And there's 2 15mm bolts that are holding the drive shaft over here. It's very easy to remove. I put it on behind the car. You guys can see it. Now, the fun part. Look at how long the extension is just to get to the top 15 stud. Now, I haven't removed it yet. And before I tell you, you guys are probably like, oh, where's your heat shield? You got to remove that because it was in my way of seeing what was in there. Now, on the top stud, there was something that looked like this. And it's really, really annoying because it holds on to that breather tube for the transmission. And you got to have to use like very long pliers just to get there and grab on it and just yank it. So obviously I'm using the jack to hold the transmission, and this is the last bolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove it and let you guys know what happens after. Now, I don't really care about this transmission. This one's blowing out. I'm gonna go ahead and put a replacement. So just I'm gonna go ahead and replace this, and I'll be right back. And also, don't forget to remove the shift linkage, which is a 10 millimeter from here, and it's a 15 millimeter bolt up here. So don't forget to do that. The shift link is right here. It's very easy to remove. Just don't forget the orientation of how it was in and how it comes out. It's kind of hard to mess up, but I'll be right back. So that is it, guys. I went ahead and I put the new transmission in. Let's see. The car is literally on tilt. So put the new transmission in. Sorry, I wasn't able to show everything. Obviously, this is a really hard job if you're trying to just take a video and then do the job at the same time. As I said, head mount under the car doesn't really record a lot. So after you filled up the transmission from the fill hole, which is located over here, I don't know if I can show it, but it is right there. Jesus, I can't even show it. It's right there. That plastic cap right here. You just remove it and fill up the transmission, and you let it run until it's at operating temperature, and then you open this bolt right here. If it is draining fluid, that means it's full. If it's not draining fluid, that means you gotta keep adding more. So thank you guys for watching. Sorry for not having all the details in the video, and I'll see you in the next one.